Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm Talion, and we're back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Ah, yeah. Things are happening. We have a computer virus that we just have in our back pocket now and are going to attempt not to unleash on the world. We'll see how well that goes though. Um and well, Sim is dead again. So, that's where we are. Oh, speaking of which, I was thinking about that because we were talking last time about how to potentially save Sim, and it came up that you can, meet him earlier doing certain things. And I was talking last time about how, like, maybe you should get into dangerous situations to, like, make him save you. But, we've been doing reckless things and whatnot. But there's the thing that I realized. We have been doing a lot of really reckless things and getting into a lot of really dangerous situations, but we've also been pretty successful at getting ourselves out of them. So, my current theory is that the strategy here is to get ourselves into sticky situations and then fail the challenges. So, I think that's going to be worth a try at some point. Hang on. Let me check that. We must pull a Bella Twilight. I'm like trying to remember my Twilight knowledge, which is very limited, but it's the only way, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, we just have to do reckless things to make our not boyfriend pay attention to us to get our sparkly non-human. Exactly. Works every time. Um, but yeah, we'll get back into it, I suppose. So we're pretty close to the end here. We have like a year and a half left. Um, yeah. Also, I am back at my usual setup, so with my normal monitor and my normal mic. Let me know if the sound is okay now, because it should be better than last week. Um, yeah. All right, let's, I guess, start by just kind of doing our rounds and, like, talking to people. We did want to try to get Dis's friendship up. I also really want to get Tammy's friendship up because, last time we really didn't get a chance to have any interactions with her. So I want to max her out this run. I think we are kind of behind on that, but I think we can still pull it off. We have more than a year left. So, yeah. What was I gonna say? Right, I think as far as, like, playthroughs of the game, I would really like to, at some point, actually get all of the characters, like, on the menu screen. I don't know if I'm really gonna do enough, runs of this game to succeed at that, but it is a goal of mine. I would like to max everyone out at some point. Maybe not face. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can stomach that one. All of the characters, yeah. The thing is, like, when it comes to games, if I'm, like, trying to 100% something, I am happy to do, like, the bad route, like, evil run kind of thing. So that is something that I would be interested in doing in this game, just being, like, a total asshole and just joining the soldiers and, like, do we want his mug on our title screen forever? That is a much better point, actually. That's the scary thought. Going through the route and, like, killing animals and destroying the planet or whatever, I could do that if I, like, rationalize it as, just exploring the path and the game's options. Having Vase forever immortalized on the title screen, that's harder to stomach. Not gonna lie. Alright, well, I think right now our priorities are Dis and Tammy. Dis for the bomb, and Tammy just for the friendship. Although, I would like to at some point at least see the bomb event. I would also like to see some of these other bad events. Like, we still have this scary save back from the first playthrough. And we could get that, like, reload that, and then, well, that's, like, right near the very, very end of the game, too. So, we wouldn't even have to go that far to see the ending. This for the bomb, Tammy for the cake. Yeah. Yeah, so we can go back to that and try that one again. We could also go back to this one and, like, actually go through with, you know, telling them everything about everything. Or what was the... I mean, we could go back to any save before the end of the game and go deliver the virus bomb. That's also an option that we can go back to. So, yeah, we can do those at some point. But for this run, at least, I'm still trying to keep it as optimal as I can. So, we are going to try to stop any bombings or planetary destruction or what have you. Humans are just garbage. Oh boy. Buddy. We don't have a lot of medicinal roots for him. We do have these. I don't think it's worth saving them for base. And, like, they can't be used in challenges either. Alright. Oh, speaking of gifts, whose birthday is it? It's... Wet... Air mid-dust. Okay, it's Nomi's birthday. I think... Did we already give them something? I don't even remember. I think we didn't. Dad's so great. Mom and Dad don't really seem like they have a lot of dialogue. I noticed that last run, too, that we just kind of kept getting the same dialogue with them. I wonder if it's because they can die early. So they're just, like, not as, you know, plot important. It's kind of like in, you know, strategy games, like Fire Emblem kind of things, where you have, like, optional characters that could die. And so they're just kind of, like, irrelevant in most scenes. Okay, duck. It's a frisbee. I remember having this one. Playing catch with Nougat. We haven't really hung out with Nougat. Oh yeah, this time he mentions Tammy. I've been helping Tammy help take care of the kids. Rex continues, spinning the frisbee on his fingertip. She told me you all used to raise children together before the crèche was destroyed. I would like to see that. Yeah, he likes kids. He's so cute. Stop talking to your girlfriend. Yeah, Tammy's kiddo is so cute. I'm Tammy's #1 babysitter, and Echinacea is #1 uncle. How about you? Do you want kids someday? Rex, Tammy died in that crash. I know it didn't happen in this timeline, but it still hurts. Let's say maybe 1 or 2. Ah, that's great, Rex exclaims. I love that for you. I hope you find someone who wants that too. Yeah. He's so sweet. Big guns and big dicks, yep. He's a good dog boy. Tammy is rocking from foot to foot. Echinacea asleep in a sling on her chest. She raises her fingertip to her lips as you approach. Shh, she's finally asleep. She looks down at Echinacea with a fond smile. She's a loud little thing when she wants to be. Nomi birthday, right? Nomi like Crystal. Yeah? Nice. Nomi friendship event. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure we've seen all this before, right? Yeah, they're talking about not having the genetic enhancement. Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be. There's definitely there are definitely some downsides. We maybe want to give some stuff to Tammy while we're here. I feel like she would like flowers. If I had a genetic enhancement, I'd be able to watch where I was going. No, wait, that's just regular vision. Yeah. Alright, let's see. So I think we're pretty much done with exploring for probably the rest of the game, because I wasn't really intending to make this a very exploration heavy run, and for the most part I was just going out there to talk to Sim, and now he's gone. Yeah, we have a tier list. Nomi augments are real hit or miss. Yeah. And then if we go out to the, I mean, I would like to explore the swamp more, but then that risks, you know, doing stuff with Rhett and company and setting off our virus thing. So we don't want to do that. So I guess we're just gonna kind of hang out in the colony and work on our skills and stuff. I really want to try out the cafe thing. We still haven't done that. You report to the cafe for your first shift as barista. Expecting to be shown how to, well, do anything. What you're met with instead is a crowd of people who'd like their blep tea, and they'd like it now. You barely know how to pour water. This isn't going to go well. You get set up behind the bar and start taking orders. After a few false starts, you quickly figure out how to brew blep tea and pour the lightly fermented potato juice so it doesn't form a head. Foaming soy or float cow milk for the perfect latte is still a disaster, though. Most people are understanding and are happy to order a different drink while you're learning, but by midday you realize your tip jar is completely empty. The people want lattes. Of course we're gonna go for creativity. Look at our creativity. We got lots of sixes this time. +1. Lots of sixes. Whoops, not that. We haven't gotten to the informal therapy part of our job description yet. No, we have not. Cards with gems are wild is also fun. Oh boy. What do we want to do? I guess just sixes. But then in that case, we probably don't want to use this one. Do we want to do that? Maybe? You know what makes therapy better? When there's no privacy and nothing requiring your therapist to act in your best interests, and you have 5 minutes per session max. Yeah, the best kind of therapy. 25 is okay. I do want to use this up, though. stuck with this, probably. You know what prevents therapist burnout? Working for tips. 9 out of 10 psychologists agree. Of course. Oh god. I hate looking at that card. Well, we can have a bunch of 5s. That's something, I guess. Alright, 28 is perfectly doable. Unfortunately, we don't have any other gems. That's pretty awesome. Apparently not nearly the best, though. It's still pretty good. You scald some soy milk, but after a while you begin to get the hang of it. You start slinging lattes to the grateful, caffeinated masses. Chief Engineer Instance comes by to see how you're doing. You tell her that you're totally underwater. Weren't you supposed to get some kind of on-the-job training? For what? Instance laughs. It's pouring drinks, not genetic engineering. I told you you'd get the hang of it. Goddamn. She takes a sip of her blet tea. See, she says. Anyone can do it, even you. You think she's trying to be encouraging. You mention your instances. Oh my god, she cloned herself. Yeah. Look at her empathy going up. I do want to do more of that and like see where it progresses. See where the therapy aspect comes into it and all that stuff. Okay, no, I want to keep giving her presents. Presents. What else do I want to focus on, though? I probably want to max out my organizing and engineering. There's the persuasion and organizing one, which I think can max this out real easily, and at least get us to the second perk of persuasion. It would be cool to max out persuasion, but I don't think that's happening at this point. So I want to finish up these two, and I would love to get the second perk on reasoning, empathy, and persuasion. I think that's pretty much as far as we're gonna get. Let's do a bit of that administrative work to get the organizing and persuasion up. Whose birthday is it? Is it? I keep mixing up Cal and Anemone. Yeah, it's Cal. And we also need to give something to this. We can do hugs too, just for the hell of it. Who needs to talk to Base? He just says the same thing anyway. Two. We're almost to 90. I don't remember when the thing was. I think the event must have been this glow, because I don't think it was in the last year. So sometime before glow, we have to trigger the event to not do the bomb. Cal and your mom are conferring over a holo screen, displaying plans for future crop rotations. Your mom is bouncing echinacea on her chest, occasionally looking down to shoot her silly faces. That's so cute! I feel like mom is usually really serious, so it's really, really sweet to see her, like, goof around with a baby. That's so cute. It's gotta be near glow, yeah. I'm just concerned if, like, I don't remember if there was a specific thing we had to do to activate it, or if it just, like, shows up as, you know, a dialogue thing. Cal sees you approach and gives you a wave. Hey, Solana. Your mom was just telling me that back on Earth, it wasn't common for dads to spend a lot of time with their kids. He takes Echinacea back from your mom and zooms her around before settling her on his hip. What a waste, right? They're so cute. My recollection is we were at the lookout tower for some reason. I don't know if that's a requirement. Yeah, I don't know. You're staying hydrated, right? Your mom asks. When it's this hot out, you get dehydrated a lot faster than you think. If you feel thirsty, you're already behind the curve. She stops what she's doing and mops her forehead. It was pretty hot back on Earth by the time we left. You grew up on a spaceship, but I remember what it was like. The egalitarian space feature is recent. That explains space a tiny bit, but doesn't excuse it. Yeah. Okay, so I think the only person I haven't talked to is Mars, because I was going to go up here anyway to do the thing. This the governor. Get her that persuasion and organizing up. Gimme persuasion! Being Lum's assistant isn't the glamorous life of political intrigue you were hoping for. He's more of a soldier than a politician, and even then, you hear he's not much of a soldier, either. If he notices that people mock him, he doesn't seem to care. It almost makes him more boastful, like he thinks the sole duty of governor is to soak up as much attention and power and wield it whenever and however he likes. Well, doesn't that sound too familiar? Whenever he's questioned on something, he unleashes such a torrent of bravado and barely veiled threats that it's impossible to make your own point. And then he just pushes through what he wanted to do anyway. It's infuriating. Given that the colony's governance was based around the idea of communication and empathy, no one seems to know how to contain him. As for the Helios, they seem to have their own ways to get around him. They're grateful he's gotten into politics, because that means your older and more experienced security chief Rhett makes all but the largest military decisions. In fact, you think some of them enjoy that he's such a moron, because they hope the colony fails. They think he's entertaining. Lum, I don't care what you think as long as it's about me. No last name. Exactly, yeah. Mars is responsible for producing his social media content, which he considers an important part of his brand. They mostly consist of powerful-sounding but ultimately empty speeches about how great the colony is doing and how proud everyone should be of their really, really, truly great work. Just fantastic, really. Usually while carrying a log of mushwood so he looks super strong. You and Mars are huddled in command, trying to avoid his attention while Mars scrolls through Lum's selfie roll, trying to pick the best one for social media. As a political strategy, it's not unheard of, she mutters. Plenty of Earth dictators used it. I just can't tell if it's his official strategy, or if he really is this vain. You hear footsteps approaching, and Mars groans. Lum claps his hand on her shoulder and smiles broadly. There you are! I was thinking, in the next video, I think the colony's ready to see some of the footage from that counterattack I led against the enemy aliens. Oh, jeez. Oh, stars. You've heard of this. Lum plays the footage. A shaky hollow palm recording of Lum screaming, "For Earth!" and charging into battle during the attack just before your 17th birthday. He looks like a complete idiot, his stupid cape flip-flapping in the wind and his face purple from exertion and fear. You barely stop yourself from cringing. The scene erupts into chaos in the explosion that almost got everyone killed. You can't believe this is the footage he wants to hold up as proof of his bravery and vision. This is great footage, Mars simpers. And just really great. It's actually perfect for Solana to practice working on her video editing skills. You shoot Mars a stinky look, but she just smiles. Lum agrees. With such great material, he practically did your job for you. You know what? I think we should encourage this. Lum, have you considered making your cape longer? How are you going to spin this into a propaganda piece? Oh, I want to convince him to try something else. Ugh. I want to make him look bad so badly, but I feel like that's going to backfire on me. Convince him to try something else is interesting, but I kind of wonder what the game has in mind. That's like the most intriguing option to me. Try to make him look bad is very tempting, though. Hmm. Um, I feel like if I try to make him look bad, I'll just get fired from this job. Hmm. Hmm. Telling him how stupid this is also a little bit tempting. I feel like telling him how stupid this is would give me points with Mars. Because, like, she likes when people challenge her authority. I think she would, and also she doesn't think very highly of Lum, so I think she would appreciate, especially if we challenge Lum's authority. Big questions. I am leaning convince him to try something else. Do your best to make him look good is not happening. Fuck that. Um, hmm. I think I'm gonna try this. Managed to convince Lum that the colony's still too traumatized from the attack, that they won't have positive associations with Lum being involved, even if he does look like a hero. Huh, that actually gave us some colony defense. Nice. Lum begrudgingly agrees. Alright, well, I guess it worked. Okay, card becomes yellow and also gets +1 from being yellow. I do love how making him look bad is ridiculously easy and making him look good is the hard challenge. I know, that is very good. All right, let's see. +1 skill and challenge win is definitely good. We could also turn into a 6 with that. We do not want to use this. I guess we could use these. I mean, they don't give us a bonus, but whatever. Just barely. All right. +6 persuasion. That's so good. We're almost there. And so close on the organizing, too. Okay, early wet, I believe, is Mars' birthday. So are we gonna work these two and then rest before Glow? I guess it depends what we want to do in Glow. Like, do we want to go exploring? Or do we want to just, like, do regular stuff? I think we probably don't need to rest. If we do 3 things, that's what, like, approximately 10 stress each, right? I think they vary. That's 10 stress, that's 10 stress. Though obviously we have, you know, bonuses. So if it's 7 stress each, then that's about like 21. So we'll be at like about 50 stress for Glow. I think that's reasonable. Like, even if we do decide to go exploring, I don't think we need to do the whole thing. Here, let's give Mars her birthday present. Oh, this has something to say. I wonder if it's about the bomb. Let's talk to other people first. Because if it is about the bomb, I think it needed 90 friendship with him, and we don't have that yet, so hopefully we can still do it. Because there were other options. Like, we're not totally screwed. We do have good persuasion, so maybe it'll be okay. We do probably have the persuasion or empathy scores, yeah. We'll see. Oh, before I forget, I want to give her stuff too. Oh, I saw a fruit back there too. What do we give her? We'll keep giving her flowers just because we have so many. Alright, and we'll see if we can give something to... No, I don't... I think talking to him will just trigger the event, so we can't give something to him first. Well, we'll go for it. Come on. Secret hideout. He's holding a bomb. Yeah, so we don't have... But we can do an empathy challenge. And hope it works. Alright, we've got some 6s. Got some 5s. We can save some of these for, we could do like a... That's actually maybe better to save if we turn the sports ball into a 5. That would be good with more stuff. We can try to go for some 4s. This one we want to save because of the gem combo. Go with this one, whatever. 95. Ooh, it's gonna be rough. So let's see. What if we do this? 5, 5. We can put 4 here. Gem combo, but we don't have any gems. That's gonna be tough if we don't have any gems. First collectible use is free. That's good. That's gonna leave us at 46, which is doable, but a little bit rough. I think we can do it. No gems! Shit, that's not good. Okay. None. Neighbors, oh boy. Use the bomb with the power of log, yep. Hey, we're already at 32. This is going well so far. We don't want to use this, I don't think, because it gives us the minus. No gems is really annoying. Got lots of 5s. We've got a couple 6s. This one, the -1 to the physical cards is pretty annoying. I mean, I think this is pretty doable, to be honest. Oh, well. That gave us the... I think we won. Actually, what would this do? Not good. Well, we got a super goal. I think we're fine. Alright, how's this gonna go? I hope it works. Okay, yeah, I think this is exactly the same outcome that we had last time. Okay. Phew! We did it. That's one thing down. And I think we don't need to worry about friendship with him, so... We're at least gonna stop spamming him with gifts. We can still hang out, but... I think we're okay. Let me go ahead and take off the brain trainer real quick, just so I can actually see the numbers for once. Okay, we're very close. I think one more thing should do it. And organizing, I think, also, maybe? Because persuasion is the primary there, and I think it's +3 each, so it might leave us at 99 organizing. But we can do that. Gosh, I would then really like empathy, engineering, and reasoning. No more love bombing, no more regular bombing. Yep. We're out of bombs, except for the virus one. Tutoring was reasoning and empathy, so that might be something we should do some more of. Engineering and reasoning is also probably good. Let's do the... Oh, wait. We did give Mars her present, yeah. Alright, let's do this one more time. See what it does. The mood is somber as Mars calls the Secret Fun Times Club meeting to order. Anemone won't be joining us today. Oh yeah, I remember having this happen last time too. We need someone to replace her. Tang, what is wrong with you? Why would you even say this? That's kind of mean, Mars, Tammy says. I'm sure he's trying his best. We should invite him over for snacks and tea and see if he needs help learning how to fit in. And, shouldn't we be trying to have fun, not getting involved in politics? On that note, who do you approach to join the club? We can invite Mace! I'm pretty sure we didn't have that option last time. Did we? It's only friendship 10, so... Did we have less than 10 friendship with him? Regardless, we're not inviting him, obviously. But yeah, I think we chose one of Nomi and Rex, and the other tagged along too. So let's invite them. Yay, we got 2 more members. Okay, phew. Can always use some 9s, and in fact, let's switch them. Here, we got some 6s. So we've got lots of 6s. Yeah, we'll just go with 6s, I think. Can I be real? I do not love Tammy always speaking up in Lum's defense. Yeah. Yeah, it is... Like... The last time was one thing, but this was, like, really her trying to sympathize with him and being like, oh, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Like, don't do that. Tammy, what is your stake in this? That's a good point, actually. I thought she was just, you know, being Tammy, kind and sweet to everyone, always assuming the best of people, but he was likely involved in, you know, allowing her to have a child. So I think I don't know what the circumstances were exactly, but I think at minimum she feels like some sort of gratitude towards him for that. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I've actually been kind of wondering if maybe the, like, Tammy's confidence is going to come back to bite us. If she, like, just gains the confidence to go against her friends and like side with Lum over Cal. That would be fucked up. I'm really hoping the circumstances were incidental. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this one is all done. Okay, we got that perk. And I think we got that perk. We thought the twins were most like that friends, but the true wildcard the whole time was Tammy. Oh, extra kudos every time. Nice. And then what did organizing give us? Can choose not to take new cards. What? Oh, like, not during a challenge, but like when you gain a card, you can choose not to have it. Like, for instance, if you don't want the delusion cards. That's kind of nice, actually. All right. So we got those two up. So I would like to get empathy, reasoning, and engineering up next. What did the whatchamacallit? There's actually a clever perk for the stat called organizing, yeah. What was I gonna ask? Oh, right, the coffee that gave us empathy and something else. Creativity, I think, right? Yeah, empathy and creativity. Because I would like to do more of that, but we don't need creativity, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, I think we definitely did not hit this one last time. Let's do Mars's Persuasion 80 event. Mars's eyes go wide when you tell her you know something she doesn't. Impossible, she exclaims. I am the queen of knowing everybody's dirty dirt. Try me. Oh, it's a, 8 card. Nice. When you're done sharing your gossip, Mars is speechless. Really? She gasps, holding her hand to her chest. No way! That sounds like it came straight out of a holovit. They really said that. I need to know what this was now. Come on, Solana. Spill. She shakes her head in disbelief. Wow. Thank you, Solana. Imagine if we told her about the bombing. Or Sim. Mars, check out this hot goss. Oh boy. And we got a thing with her. What's our friendship with her now? Oh god, why is Lum here? We're at 80 friendship, yeah. You're looking for Mars, so you just follow the sound of arguing until you track her down outside the bridge. I can't believe how short-sighted you're all being, she fumes. Do you think we can just take this planet by force by killing everything that threatens us? It's like you've never thought about anything other than your own ego for 1 second in your stupid life. Who do you think you are? Lum roars. You'd all be dead in the ground if it weren't for me and my soldiers. We're the only thing standing between this colony and destruction. That's the problem, Mars retorts, sticking her finger in Lum's face. You only care about defense, not about growth. She gestures wildly all around her. This place is a backwater. There's nothing here worth protecting, she continues. We need to start thinking about economic and social policies that encourage growth and creativity, or all we're ever going to do is scrape by a miserable existence on this stupid fungus rock. Go off, Mars. What do you think you're doing? Lum counters. We can't grow until the enemy is defeated. There will be time for all of your... He waves his hand at Mars's extravagant outfit. Nice jewelry and fancy clothing when our work is done. He crosses his arms, looking smug. You think you can just walk in here and tell me what to do, little girl? You don't know the first thing about what it's like to run a colony. You just play pretend. She would be a way leader than you. At Mars's shocked look, he continues. Yeah, I know about you and your little club. Lum sneers. You're a rich little princess playing politics. You should go back to what you're good at. Looking pretty. I kind of feel like I should let her fight her own battles. Like, I trust Mars to hold her own, not gonna lie. I feel like she would appreciate the challenge of being able to take him down herself.
At least I'm doing politics and not just jerking off with my buddies about killing things.
Mars spits. If every eye in the room wasn't on her before, it sure is now. While Lum is sputtering, Mars tosses her hair over her shoulder and smirks.
See? It's not so nice when other people do it, is it? Mudslinging politics is so old Earth, she coos. But don't worry, I don't take your lack of class personally.
I love her. Lum wearing a cape. We have no time for fancy clothing. Oh my god, she is eviscerating him. That's beautiful. Get out! Lum roars. And Mars turns on her heel and leaves command, grabbing you on the way out. Mars, yes. Oh, that was good. I'm glad I let her do it. We need to... Ooh. Are we gonna overthrow him? Let's do it! It's time for a coup, guys! Alright, here, hang on. Let's talk to other people first. Lum gets got ending. We'll see what happens. Okay, I actually don't remember if we went around talking to people this time. Oh, also we have this. Okay, that's good. We did want to work on mental skills. I think we can do that. So we want our reasoning and engineering up. We can focus on those for the next 3 months. I think that'll be great. That Cal's a helpful kid. He's got a natural talent with plants, your dad says, taking a break to wipe his forehead with his handkerchief. Wonder if he gets it from me. At your aghast expression, your dad laughs. Just kidding. His mom didn't use a donor, I'm pretty sure. If she did, no one told me. Dad, you cannot joke about secret half-siblings. Alright. Mortis. Actually, since we're so high with Mars, maybe we should try to max her out this run, too. It would take some doing, though, I think. In a colony trying to populate a planet, everyone needs to know exactly how related they are. That's a great point, honestly. Oh, I'm so excited, though. I'm so excited. So this needs empathy 80. I would really like to get there. We're very close, though, aren't we? 68. Okay. 12 more. It'll take some doing, but I think it's doable. Okay. Let's go. Or did we talk to... Wait. First of all... I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna, you know, reset our... It's not gonna progress our day or anything. So we're still gonna have a chance to do stuff, but, you know. I just want to have things squared away. We do some hug. Let's do it. I may end up saving. I think we're gonna go ahead for now, but if we get to like a scary part, I might save just in case. We need to talk about Governor Lum. Mars is quiet for a long time, considering something.
Okay, I'm going to let you in on a little secret,
she says. Looking around to make sure no one is listening, she pulls you a little closer.
I'm already working on that, she confesses. I wasn't ready to bring it up to the rest of the SFC yet, but... Lately, I've been thinking we should really try to make a difference. If we can convince enough council members that Lum is bad news, we can actually remove him from power.
Mars calls this meeting of the SFC to order with a grim expression. I'm so excited, guys.
We cannot stand by while Governor Lum ruins everything we've built here, she says, clenching her fist on the table. He might know how to hold a gun, but he doesn't know how to lead a colony. From now on, this club is going to focus on getting Governor Lum out of power and getting someone competent in. We have from now until Vertimnalia to somehow convince the other council members that he's gotta go.
Hell yeah. I agree, Cal says, and everyone turns to him in surprise. What? He continues defensively. Lum's a jerk. All he cares about is killing animals. It's better for the whole planet if he's gone. I'm really scared that Tammy is gonna rat us out. This got me really nervous.
Mars steeples her fingers. But the question is, who would we get to replace him? Obviously, I think I'm a great candidate, but I'm willing to consider other options.
Tam immediately gives her support for Mars. It's Cal's favorite kind of coup, a non-violent one. Yeah. Ooh, I should be governor. Oh, you need at least 70 rebellion. Dang. Okay, definitely not. We should respect him. I'm not going to say literally everyone, but yeah, I agree that it should be Mars, honestly. Cal looks worried. No offense, Mars, but are you really going to stop the soldiers from killing the animals?
Look, Cal, Mars says, spreading her hands wide. I don't want hunters going out and not coming back, either. Maybe we can find a safer, more efficient way to deal with the animals, yeah?
Sounds ominous. Cal doesn't look convinced. Uh-oh. I don't think Mars especially cares about the animals. I think if she tries to convince Cal that she's gonna try to find a non-violent way, I don't actually really trust her to follow through on that necessarily. Yeah, it really fits Mars's arc. She's a good leader, yeah. Nami exchanges a look with Rex, then clears their throat.
We support you, Mars. We think you'll be a great governor.
What happens if Mars coup and Tang genocide happens, do we think? Oh boy. Ooh, that would be rough.
But,
Nami continues, tracing their finger idly over the tabletop.
You're gonna keep it so that the colony is fair and everyone has what they need, right? I like that we don't have to compete for stuff and everyone gets the same treatment. Of course, Mars says. Look, I learned from history, okay? We can't let income inequality tear this place apart like it did on Earth. There's gotta be a way to grow together.
She shoots you a grin.
Right, Solana? Just like we talked about.
Mars gathers everyone close.
So the plan is, we campaign in all the departments. Geoponics, engineering, the garrison, the quarters, explorations, and here in command. Try to soften up all 6 council members and get them on our side. Try to keep this on the down low. Then at the next Vertimnalia festival, we surprise the governor with a spontaneous council vote and replace him. You'll never see it coming.
So I wonder how much I need to be involved in this. Like, do I actually need to go to all of the locations and talk to the council members myself, or can I trust the other characters to do it? Or is it that I have a higher chance of succeeding than the other characters, so it's in my best interest to do it myself anyway? I don't know. Question, is Dis in the Coop meeting? It doesn't seem like he is. Guess we can keep doing hugs. Oh, right. Mid-wet is what, Base's birthday? Honestly, who really cares? $85. I think we can get her up to 100. Like, I buy Anemone and Vase not being there because they will rat us out, but everyone knows Dis would be down with the coup. He would. Absolutely. Yeah. I think like we don't really have anyone in, well, I guess we don't, if we don't count Dis, we don't have anyone in exploration, and we don't have anyone in the garrison. Like that's going to be the hardest place, I think. And not everyone knows how down, and it maybe is good if we did not immediately switch to from the bomb thing to what about a coup. Hmm. Your dad is completely drenched from the seasonal rains, out in the fields far from any sort of shelter. Hey, Stardust, he greets you. Wet enough for you? We're in the middle of wet season, but why does it like not look? I think it's just his little like background here that doesn't look like wet season. Okay. So, I wanted to go work on some mental skills because we have the bonus. Ooh, Tammy. What's going on with? Oh, is this gonna be an like event where we have to convince her uh, to not rat us out? He might have brought an energy that stopped the coup from being non-violent. Yeah, that's fair. It's a beautiful day, and you spot Tammy outside the lounge enjoying the sun. Her father Tonin is there as well, with a supportive hand on her shoulder. Her daughter Echinacea is asleep in her arms, her tiny fists curled up beside her face. Tammy looks up at you with a tired smile. You know, I kind of am curious what would have happened if no Lumku and we didn't run for the Explorer second in command. What do you mean by that?
He's finally asleep, she says. I think she gets bored of being cooped up inside. Wanting to be a mother, Tammy smiles at her dad. It's one thing, maybe the only thing I've ever been really sure of.
She looks down at Echinacea and strokes a gentle fingertip over her chubby brown cheek.
The funny thing is, Tammy muses, I know I should feel scared, but I don't.
That's great, because I feel like Tammy has always, you know, kind of lived in fear to an extent. So it's good that she's, like, actually feeling confident about something. A lot of our friends won those second in command votes. Yeah, that's true. They've all got their niche, unless we have enough of a high score and beat them in the vote. Yeah.
I know I've been scared my whole life, she laughs quietly to herself. But when I think about being a mother, I only feel calm. Like I can be brave. I can do anything as long as it's for my baby.
Alright, just don't do anything that'll screw everyone else over. Tammy's father gives her shoulder a squeeze and she leans against him.
Even when I was younger and took care of children in the old creche, if they cried or were scared, that was the only time I wasn't afraid.
She shakes her head.
Isn't that funny?
This is not very sociable, so I'm not sure if A, he would run, or B, if he'd win that seat, and C, if he changes his nihilistic attitude any. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't see him going for that seat. Tammy confidence. Yeah, it's really sweet. I mean, I do like to go for the you know, skill check options, but I feel like you're stronger than you think is just a good response here. Ooh, more confidence.
Maybe. Is this what it feels like to have a purpose?
Tammy wonders. Ooh, she got lots of confidence. Okay. Right. So, what are our options? I think our main options are just in here. We want reasoning and engineering. So, engineering obviously is an option. We get both from that. Reasoning and empathy. We do also want empathy. And reasoning is like the harder one to get up, so I feel like doing the reasoning primary would be a good idea. Engineering and creativity. We don't need more creativity. The robots one is interesting potentially if we like, you know, interact with congruence and whatnot. Tutor children is also good because we can interact with nougat. I guess I'm kind of leaning towards tutor children. Get that reasoning up. What is our 71? So it's actually what? 56-ish? Given the Mars coup, we might still have that setup of second in commands. So we might still get to see what happens depending. Yeah. So we might get to see whether Disc goes for the exploration role. Alright. And we'll do this and we'll get to see if we get to interact with Instance and potentially get her on our side. Children. Engineering, free reasoning. Yeah, let's tutor children. After work, you ask Chief Engineer Instance for a few minutes of her time. Oh, there it is. She allows you into her office and begrudgingly listens as you explain that you and Mars intend to hijack the elections at the next Vertimnalia. When you're finished, she heaves a long-suffering sigh and pinches the bridge of her nose in her fingers. Why in the world would I support this plan? She says. We're barely surviving as it is. Lama's right. The planet is at war with us. Every year we come closer and closer to total annihilation. Is this really the time for dissent? I mean, in another timeline, I know you're, like, being blackmailed. Instance gestures to her office. Every horizontal surface is covered in experiments. He may not be the most suited to the job, but do you see anyone else with the time on their hands to run a colony? The idiot does the least damage where he is, doing busy work and making stupid motivational videos. Do you really think that's all he's doing? Lady, he broke Utopia's hand at the last thing. Like, he is literally, like, running this fucking war and trying to suppress anyone that dissents. Like, persuasion stat. Well, this isn't even a stat check, it's a challenge, which I think we can still do it. Let's go for it. Should be easy enough. Okay, we got lots of yellow cards already. Instance, he blew up our entire armory of bombs on one fight. Yeah, seriously. Bonus to straights. I kind of want to do a 2-3-4, but gems. Maybe let's save that. We don't have any 7s for straight. Hello, Autospuns! You forgot? Oh no. Hello, welcome to the stream. We did successfully manage to convince Dis to not do his bomb thing, and now we are organizing a coup with Mars, and I'm so excited. That's pretty much what you missed. Was there anything else? I think it was mostly that. Oh yeah, Tammy is like getting more confident, but we're also very worried that she's going to side with Lum and rat us out. So, Swag City coup. I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be great. Ugh, we don't have like good straights. We have a 1-2-3-4, but I want to save the gem combo cards. And then we have a 6-8-9 with no 7, which is really annoying. Well, we're always gonna get new cards. We're currently persuading Instance, yeah. And I want to save the gem, obviously. I don't even know. And then this one has the -3 kudos, and this one has the +10 stress. And I don't really want either of those. Ugh. This is kind of a gross hand. I guess we can use this since it stays anyway. Also, it turns out being a barista is nothing like being a therapist. I think Instance doesn't understand the field of psychology at all. Yeah. Just make sure you remember who all the counselors are. The vote needs to be unanimous. You can't forget anyone. Yeah, I was going to just check in command just to make sure I remember who's who. But also I think if you just like go to every location, you should be able to get all of them. Okay, let's see. What do I do? Does this mean we have to interact with Rhett? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be tricky. I think maybe. So first of all, if we turn him to our side, maybe he's gonna drop the virus thing. So like, it depends whether it triggers the virus thing. I assumed that the way to trigger the virus thing would be to go to the swamp and interact with Rhett in the swamp. But if we go like to the garrison and do stuff there, maybe it doesn't trigger the virus thing. So that was my plan. Okay, I don't know. Maybe just throw this one in here just for the fun of it. Ugh, this sucks. I remember I failed my first coup attempt because I forgot Utopia. Let's just hope we get better cards. More gem combo. More gem combo is good. Got more 6s and still no 7s. God damn it. I guess we can turn this into a 7 with an appropriate. I guess we can do this. Is it too early to bust out the gem combo? Okay, well, we still have gems. Let's see what we can do with these. Just for fun. Oops. We have 4, 5, 6. 32 left will be fine. Yeah, 32 is not bad. Yeah, that's much better. Because of the +2, yeah. There's this one also. And that gets us more red, I guess. That's... Oh, because it... Yeah, that gets too high. Would we rather have that flush or a pair? Okay, pair is apparently slightly better. I think this is good enough. I think that's good enough. Apparently not very good. Best score 49. Yeah. Still good enough. What is this? +1 council votes. Okay, we have 1. Instance hasn't survived this long under a hostile regime by being soft. It's hard to convince her that you have a chance to oust Lum, but she does like to win. And she appreciates a good game of 8-dimensional political chess. If you win the election, and you convince her you will, she'll be free. Well, she says, sitting back in her chair, it seems that you might actually be cut out to be our next governor. You have my support. I was not going to... She gives you a stern look. When you strike to kill, she says. If Lum knows I'm moving against him, he'll put me on the wall. Yeah, we need to be honest with her about this, and also if I put myself up for governor without telling Mars, I think that would be betraying her. Um, I hope this doesn't change her mind. Instance stares at you for a long time, as if sizing up your mettle. Calculations go on behind her eyes you can barely hope to understand. Good, she says, finally. Tell her she can count on me. Instance, we made sure you don't have the blood of a future science genocide on your hands. You owe us. Yeah. Oh, I guess does that just count as our thing for the month? That's interesting. Um. Oh, we're so close. Be Mars Conciliar, you know. Every governor needs a spooky oracle whose precognition is going to stop being helpful in less than a year. Yeah. It'll be great. Alright, twin time. Let's give you your presents. Or, you also like flowers, right? Let me just double check that. Just to be sure. Yes, you like flowers. What is our friendship with her now? 73. Not too great, but... Okay, 91 with Tammy, 85 with Mars. I would really like to get both of them to 100. So, I guess the question is, do we want to go try to convince someone during Glow? Or do we want to be doing Glow activities? Because I wonder if we, like, do the Glow lookout. I actually don't remember what happens in Year 18 Glow. I think it's relatively uneventful if you prevent the bombing. But yeah, I mean, we can potentially do the lookout or whatever. And that gives us a chance to talk to Rhett, potentially. Getting another wormhole card is very handy. It's true. I guess we can get another wormhole card. Doing lookout duty to try for Rhett interaction isn't a bad idea either, yeah. I guess if we want to do the lookout, we actually might want to rest this time. Because we haven't done the, like, the special event. So we still have, like, more events. Like, I know after you do it, you actually only have, like, a couple of events during Glow. So it's relatively easy to get the wormhole one. But if we have to go through a whole bunch of events to find it, then how many counselors do we have to persuade? We can go check that. Let's go check. Who do we have to persuade? Notice board. Food supplies and security rating are great. Okay. So, Seek, Rhett, Instance we got, Mom, Antecedent, and Utopia. So we have 5 more left. Okay. Seems doable. Talking to Mom is going to be interesting. The other thing, though, is that I did want to take advantage of my mental skill increases. Can we get reasoning or engineering from any other places? Not that I know of. Oh, this gives us engineering. And we can talk to Seek. Probably. Pretty solid, just need a bunch of persuasion checks, yeah. So we can do this, and hopefully talk to Seek. Cal is stripping the fibrous husks off some vertumnant vegetable. Tammy's baby echinacea asleep in a wrap against his chest. There's plenty to do around here, even if I'm not hauling heavy things around the garden, he says, taking a break to stroke her downy head. Echinacea yawns and shoves her stubby fist against her eye, and Cal smiles. Research xenobotany is also an option. Biology and organizing, we don't need them. Mom, we have things to tell you. Yeah, I think I might just go for coup stuff. We'll, oh. I'll give you your birthday present. The last strange device. It's not like we need them for Vase. We don't care about him. Okay, we can get Tammy finished easily. And I think we can finish Mars too. Yeah, I think maybe we do the construction and then lookout. So let's see what our options are in the other places too. Sounds like a plan, yeah. Lookout duty gives us perception and animals. All the things we really need. Alright, let's do construction. Getting Chief Administrator Seek alone is fairly easy. No one wants to spend time around them if they don't have to. You explain that you're intending to hijack the elections at Verdumnalia in order to depose Governor Lum. The more you speak, the more it's clear that Seek is already on board. Finally, they say, rubbing their hands together with a look of unbridled glee. I was waiting for everyone to realize what an imbecile he is. The man barely knows how to read. So can we count on your vote? It depends, Seek replies. You're not the only person with ideas around here. I was planning to making a go at Governor myself. They extend their hand to you, rubbing two fingers together. Unless you can provide significant motivation to throw myself behind your cause instead. Are they saying that we should bribe them? That's beautiful, yeah. Foreigner Governor Utica pops her frail head out from behind one of the high-backed command chairs. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce that. That's such a weird word. Obsequious? Like, how do you even say that word? She snaps. Are you seriously intending to extort these young revolutionaries out of their candy money? Shame on you. She tusks and turns back to her work. Almighty, she curses. What would happen to all of you without me keeping everyone honest? 89 years old and I'm still steering this ship. Seek has the decency to look ashamed. They sigh and drop their hand. Thanks, Utica. Well, Seek asks. For whom do you intend me to cast my vote, It better be good. If you don't get majority support, Lum will come down hard on those of us who show disloyalty. He may be an idiot, but he's an idiot in power. That's going on the name tier list, yeah. Mars, yeah. Seek's lip curls. Marzipan, they laugh. Well, I suppose she is a rather cunning politician, considering her age. Her materialism is a concern. Very well, I will support her when the time comes. Though we will have to see what the rest of the council thinks, won't we? Hell yeah. I do think it's fun that you get this as a little reward for keeping Utica alive. That is really cute. I'm out of water. I might have to go refill soon. Alright, what have we got? We got a lot of yellow. We don't have a third stage. We got a lot of 7s and 8s. Ooh. But then we don't want to use this, I guess. Yeah, probably not. I don't really want to lose the kudos. It's not a lot of kudos, but what if we just do 5s? Alright, well, super goal's a super goal, I guess. You could also use a flower to make it a 9 so it stays your highest option. That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I don't think the ordering there matters. Although, we can... Oh no, that's gonna break up the... Okay, well, whatever. Good enough. 7 engineering. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Alright, glow time. Pick up all the stuff. See if there's people to talk to. I'm so excited about this coup, you guys. Oh, so good. I'm so glad this is happening. Also, did we forget to give Tangent a birthday present? I know we gave something to Dis, but I think we might have forgotten Tang. Whoops. You give Tangent a flower, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. Child names in the space future are like sweet, beautiful flower, delicious dessert, and terrible personality trait I can't possibly know this child has. Yeah. You did, I remember. Okay, good. Cal is standing at the edge of the garden, looking up at the newly reconstructed wall. Everyone says that the soldiers are going to protect us this time, he says thoughtfully. But I can't help but think it's only going to make the aliens more mad. Like, maybe it'll be okay this time, but what about next year? Or the year after that? He rubs his chin with the back of his hand. This is their planet, he continues. If we can't figure out how to play nice, they're not going to stop until we're gone. Okay, so I mostly wanted to give stuff to Mars and Tammy, but they're not out during Glow. Alright. Well, let's try to do Lookout, I guess. We haven't gone to the garrison in so long. Alright. Lookout duty. It's not really going to give us any points, but... You meet with Security Chief Rhett, knowing he'll be a tough sell on this whole political coup business. He sits behind his desk, hands clasped, listening intently as you explain how you and Mars plan to depose Lum during the next Fridimnalia festival. When you're done, he shakes his head and sits back. You're not an idiot, Solana. You know what you're asking me to do. Having the garrison on your side would make this a military coup, he tells you. If you learned Earth history, you'd know those aren't a good look. Why should I support you? I feel like he's not gonna take it'll be peaceful well. I think he'll just be like, that's very naive of you to think. Like, that's a stupid option. And I'm not planning to go for governor, so I think this is probably the way to go. It's only treason if we fail, Rhett. Yeah! Mars is the future of this colony. Rhett laughs. You're a regular little politician on the campaign trail, aren't you? You've got a lot of guts, asking me to remove a professional soldier from leadership during a time of war, to replace him with a child. Why the hell shouldn't I go to Governor Lum right now that, go tell Governor Lum right now that there's a mutiny underfoot? Honestly, I feel like Lum screwed up and you know it could help too. But I think the persuasion is definitely the sure way to go. Okay, but it's not exclusively a military coup, right? There's a difference, yeah. Well, we got a lot of 6s. We've got some gem combos plus 6 to flushes, so we probably want to save that for now. Ooh, we have a yellow 6. Ooh, that's pretty nice. First collectible use is free. We really made a great choice on going persuasion this run, yeah. Well, I think probably the main reason we even got to this route is because we had all that persuasion. Okay, I really want more blues to go with this now. It's not a military coup. We're trying to do this coup through the closest we have to a democratic system. Yeah, it's true. So I would really like to set up a blue flush, but I don't know if that'll happen. I think maybe we should try to do the gem combo this round then? We don't have much of a gem combo though. I think it's just these. That's unfortunate. I mean, we can do like a 4, 5, 6, 7. Not with that, though. That's something. We do have a first collectible use free, and other collectibles that we can just use normally. But yeah, 33, I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, 34 left. Oh boy. We got all of these. Plus 6 of that. Alright, let's see. 7. Alright, well. That sure is a super goal. Yes. Not the best we could do, though. Red and blue 11 flush at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You manage somehow to convince Security Chief Rhett that it is morally imperative that he support your movement to depose Lum. I kind of don't like that somehow. I wish they had, like, shown us more of how we did it. You both know that Lum is dangerously inept, so it's really just a matter of assuring him that you'll do a better job, and that you'll protect him from reprisal if you fail. Well, okay, I guess that is somewhat an explanation, but, you know. You've won his vote against all odds. We did it. And we got a little anemone point. Well, I don't know. I feel like we're not especially doing a, you know, combat run this time. We do have, like, good physical stats. We have good stats all around. Do we want to join the wall defense? I guess we might as well. +1 defense, gain status heroic. Okay, that's cool. We gotta be there for Anemone, though. Yeah, that's a good point. We gotta help our girl. Poor girl. What's that in the sky? Is that new? You duck as something huge whooshes over your head, buzzing the top of the wall. Anemone's soldiers all train their rifles on it, but she yells at them to stand down. "It's Socks!" she cries. "She's here to help!" Oh no. I'm so scared for Socks, though. Like, it's great that she's helping us out, but I'm so scared for her. The giant dilly pillar lands in the fire break, her sinuous body looping around and forcing the Xenos back into the forest. Cal looks up and waves, proud to have found a way to help that doesn't involve killing. Aw, Socks, don't die. Yeah, I hope she'll be okay. If this goes good, it's gonna be great for the propaganda, though. Alright, we've got some decent gem combos setting up. We're politicians now. We gotta be on the lookout for that, yeah? Well, our only blue card to combo with is this, and I want to save the gem combo. I feel like we have too much gem combo. Maybe we should start using some of the cards. I mean, we could maybe do, like, with this. Get a 10 out of that. Alright, save that for the third stage. Can we get any modifiers on Sports Ball? Maybe not. Maybe we should just use some of the gem combo cards. What do we have? We have these. Unfortunately, we don't have any yellow cards for the gem combo. We do have this, though. Yeah, 28. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. You and the others open fire, joined by other squads at other points in the walls. The creatures continue to mill around as they're cut down by a hail of crackling plasma rifle fire, seemingly unbothered. It's not until a few minutes pass that the creatures seem to wake up, in a sense, breaking from their holding pattern and beginning to batter the walls as usual. Flying creatures begin to soar overhead, landing in the courtyard and attacking from within. Cal and Socks do what they can, but are soon forced to retreat by the swarm of Xenos. Okay, well, it sounds like Socks is safe, at least. Stay on the walls and pick off what you can, trying to keep the creatures from forming a living pyramid to scale the walls. You can hear the battering of their bodies against the gates from here, and the commotion as the gate defenders rally to keep it shut. Ugh. Fuck off. Yeah, we're more useful up here. Yeah. Yeah, how it might have gone if you hadn't stopped him from planting that bomb. That could have been pretty bad. The appearance of a true gym leader left them speechless, yeah. Alright. Start age 19. Okay, so we have Instance, Seek, and Ret. We need Mom, we need Antecedent, we need Utopia. Was there anyone else? I think it was just the 6, right? Yeah, so we have the first 3. We just need the next 3. Mom, Antecedent, and Utopia. Is this the Venemone breakup moment? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I wonder if resting in the lounge would count for meeting Antecedent. I'm not sure if it would, but there's definitely other stuff we can do in the lounge that would result in meeting Antecedent. I wonder if... I mean, I would kind of expect anything in the lounge to meet with her. So I did want to, like, work in the cafe again at some point, so that would quite likely trigger that. We do have the physical skill increase, but we're not really looking to increase our physical skills, to be honest. I wanted to get the reasoning and engineering up, but we do... That was pretty much just stuff that we already have. So I think we'll hold off on those until we got the coup settled. Base is standing alone. I remember a time when Anemone had an event where it looked like she and Base had a fight. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We can talk to them. Tammy's sitting in a big chair in the lounge. Echinacea passed out on her chest with her fat little legs and arms splayed in every direction. Tammy looks up at you and gives you a tired smile. I don't know what to do, Solana, she confesses quietly.
Sometimes it feels like everything is terrible, and I look at her little face and I'm just so sad that this is the world she's going to grow up in.
Tammy sighs and strokes her hand through Echinaccia's hair.
We're supposed to make the world better for our children, but it's all I can do some days, just to put on a smile for her.
Yeah, I'm just so wondering if we could combine it with a rest, since we need to do an explore for Utopia, and we might as well take advantage. That's a good point. We definitely do need to rest at some point. I don't think we need to rest yet, though. Alright, what do we got with Tangent? I think it's just a regular thing. You'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, I can help with your migraine. You are in medbay, after all. You rummage around for a bottle of triptans and a cold towel. Tangent grudgingly swallows the migraine medicine and lays down on a med bed with the towel over her eyes. You shake your head. This girl needs to take better care of herself. As you apply pressure to her temples, she slowly breathes in and out. After a few minutes, the tension in her face eases.
I feel less human now. Thank you.
What a way to put it. She says with a small smile. She wobbles over to her experiment, where she uses the computer to set the environmental parameters for what seems to be some sort of fungal growth comparison. When she's finished, Tang slumps down on the floor in a corner, where it's nice and dark. She folds her arms and lays her head on them.
This should buy me 2 more hours.
The twins are almost like this, yeah. Tang shifts over, wordlessly inviting you to sit down beside her. Her arm is cool to the touch as it rests against yours. Tang turns to you.
Thank you for your assistance.
You know, I actually don't remember what we did last time. We might have tried taking care of her. It was nothing for now. Tang gives you a slight smile, barely visible in the faint glow of her hollow eye.
Thanks for nothing, I suppose,
she says.
Please don't tell Instance that my body's adjusting poorly to the hollow eye,
she adds.
It's only temporary. This stupid flesh prison is not allowed to draw the limits of my form.
I need to go get some more water. Hang on. The twins are so normal about the whole having a body thing. Yeah, they're so normal. Did I give Tammy a present? Let's make sure we give Tammy a present. Um, 95, we're so close. Yeah, I think late pollen is, well, it's not for a while. But I think we're going to be at 100 by then. Honestly, I think we can hold off for now. We don't need to go too crazy about it. It's going to happen. I don't know if we've seen this one.
I'm not going to be thinking about my next game,
Nomi says, twirling their pencil around a lock of pink hair.
Should I make it a sequel to the first one, or something different? Ooh, maybe I'll write a romance game.
They stop and giggle.
Solana, don't look at me weird. Just because I don't know about sex stuff doesn't mean I can't write a good romance. Some things are universal.
Huh. Did they release their first game, like, recently? Did we miss that? Or are they still working on their first game, but they're already planning the second game? Right, I wanted to check on these two. Yeah, she's just tired. He doesn't have anything good to say. Mars, let's try to get her up to 100. She likes crystals, which we have plenty of. And 89, we can do it. That's totally doable. Cal and Tammy are taking a break in the garden. Have we seen this one? I don't even remember. Watching Echinacea play nearby as Cal shovels down his lunch. He drops his spoon and leans back, patting his stomach with a lusty sigh. Hoo-wee! He exclaims. Thanks, babe. I needed that. He kisses her on the cheek and she smiles. Then they both notice you're looking. Hey, Solana, Cal exclaims. Is it lunchtime for you too? What friendship is Anemone at? Not very high. She's at like 50 some, I think. Oh, 49! She's not even at 50. Yikes. Yeah, we haven't really been hanging out with her, unfortunately. Oh, or wait, while we were here, I did want to check. Since we have to hang out with Mom, we do have Heroic, so we can get bonus to physical skills. I don't think we're going to be able to get the next toughness perk, but maybe it's worth a try. Biology and toughness, biology and organizing, animals and empathy. Yeah, so not really anything good stats-wise, but I guess the best thing to do would probably be the 3 toughness. So that's like the only thing we don't have maxed out already. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up shoveling the dirt. Probably this round. This is standing at the edge of the wilderness, looking back at the colony with a wistful look. I hope Tammy's kid will be okay, he says. She didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, she's human, but that doesn't mean she has to carry the burden of all of our sins, right? Maybe things will be different when she's older. Maybe we'll be better. You know what? I feel like that's progress from this. He's not all gloom and doom all the time. Okay, yeah, I think shoveling dirt this time is probably the way to go. Then we can try resting in the lounge, and, you know, if that doesn't give us the thing. Although, I mean, I don't know, I kind of wanted to do the cafe stuff anyway. Let's shovel some dirt. You find some time alone with the chief cultivator to talk about your plan to peacefully depose Lum. Talk to your mom about it. Yeah, he's having hope for the future of one human. Your mom is a busy woman, probably the busiest in the colony, honestly. So you keep it brief. You explain the details of Mars's plan. Depose Lum, get voted in, save the colony and maybe the planet. Ugh, I hate all this bureaucracy stuff, she groans when you're done. Say what you want about the new guy. At least he doesn't waste my time with pointless meetings. This isn't a pointless meeting. No, you're right, she says. This is important stuff. You're right to care about it. She leans back in her chair and puts her feet on her desk, linking her hands over her stomach. It's just, you're so young, she continues. You and Marzipan. Do you really think either of you could lead the entire colony? This isn't some hobby farm or secret club. This is the fate of human civilization on a hostile planet. Are either of you prepared for the tough decisions you'll have to make as governor? Oh, well, persuasion challenge, go. Playing in the snow locked. That's interesting. That's interesting, too. Uh, I think we can save that for later. I wonder if you use a log on the locked cards to stick around for round 2 and 3. You know what? That's an interesting question. We don't have a ton of logs, but I'm willing to experiment with it. Let's see. I think that's a decent way to go. Let's try it. Let's see if it sticks. It does stick. Ooh. Nice. Okay. So if we do this, it'll get us an 8-9, right? I think maybe we'll save that for later, though. Is very handy if you get a bad card locked, yeah. Honestly, maybe I should have used the flower instead, because we have more of those and we could turn it yellow. Oh, well. I think I wouldn't mind getting a +10 stress in this round, because I think we have to rest soonish anyway. Flowers are more useful, though. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, we saved that. I kind of want to save the 8s and 9s, too. So we could do some kind of thing with this. Although, no, that actually probably combos better with... no, not really. Logs are basically only gifts for Rex, while flowers are gifts for both Tammy and Tangent. It's true. Although at this point, we're only really going to need one more, maybe 2 more gifts for Tammy. What's it? I was planning to also potentially give her a cake at some point. So we have cakes we can use. How even are we with Tangent? Yeah, I don't think we're reaching anywhere. I don't think there's much point in focusing on Tangent right now. Mars and Tammy are the ones I'm mostly focusing on. Could we get Rex, I wonder? Probably not at this point. We only have 1 year left. Although, he has hugs. So his friendship goes up quickly. We can try to get Rex up. We'll try to get the 3 of them. In which case, we're gonna need a lot of logs. Alright, so. So we can have an 8, 9, 10 in the next round. And that can potentially be a 9, but I don't think that's gonna really... Sure, why not? So we can have an 8, 9, 10 like that. And then... I don't know. This could be whatever it wants, I guess. Sure. It is possible to perfect run the game, getting everyone and every skill up to 100 within the time frame. God, that sounds really tough. I would not recommend going for it, though. It's kind of a nightmare. Yeah, and I imagine. Your mom smiles when you haven't seen in some time. Look at you, she says fondly. All grown up and overthrowing the government. Just like your old lady. I really want to know about Mom's life. It'd be hypocritical of me to tell you you're too young, she continues, and pats her leg. I was about your age when I lost this, fighting on Earth for what I believed in. I didn't listen to my elders either. If I hadn't done the same thing you're doing right now, I probably wouldn't have had a place on the strata with your father. Wouldn't have had you. So, who knows what you're capable of and where it'll take you. If you truly believe you're ready, have my support. Good news is we can always toss away face. Yeah, get to work, and I guess that goes for a thing. God, is this about alien deception? In the name of Jesus stops alien abductions always. Dang, that's... I didn't know Jesus fought aliens. As usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive, yeah. So that Popeye. Okay, we can wake ourselves, I hope? Resist the temptation to chase the little Popeye and instead lay back down in bed, telling yourself to wake up, wake up. It works. Insomnia, oh no. Mental skill increases reduced by 1, okay. Milky quiet sunlight, okay. We're 19. Okay, so we still have Antecedent and Utopia. And in terms of stats, I did want to get, reasoning and engineering up, which is unfortunate with our current thing, but we can wait for that to go away. That's okay. With conspiracy theory and evangelism, I don't think learning more is going to go well. Yeah, I mean, I could just block them. You have plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at the geoponics dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around in the red emergency lighting until all the lights come back on with the heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sudden blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man, Instance scolds Cal as he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I vaguely remember this, actually. Didn't we do this before? Yeah, I do remember this. How did we fix it last time? I guess this is just like in case you don't currently have the engineering for it, you can bypass it just with past life knowledge. Cal looks at you critically. Really? I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. Memories of having fixed Cal's hoverboard in another life guide your hands as you open it up and set to work. You can get this event way earlier. Yeah, it seems more like a younger Cal messing around kind of thing. Even more quickly than before, you're handing the fixed hoverboard back to Cal. It floats, just as you remember. Radical, Cal shouts, then covers his mouth with his hands. I mean, this is totally cool, Solana. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, and it has a wild value, which is fun. To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. This time, you manage to smooth lap of the geoponics dome while Cal cheers you on. Okay, cool. Cal's an entire father, and he's still shutting down hydroponics for those sick kickflips. Yep. Oh, I'm a nightshade this time, huh? Alright. So if we're not really doing reasoning, and I don't think we really have a reason to do toughness, do you want to try to get that perk? What's that? What's our actual stat on toughness? 56. So we would need to get like 10 more to get the perk. We could do that. The Verdum Nelly is going to sneak up on us, though. I want to get this stuff done sooner rather than later. Nightshade makes sense. Literally your name. Yeah. Yeah, they're having trouble. Oh, she's got something now. Oh, right, birthday. I feel like that text is the same every time. Obviously, we share it. And then we get +2 friendship, so we're at what, 97? Okay, yeah, so we just give her her birthday gift and we're done. We don't need to worry about Tammy friendship. We've got her at 100% already. We do want to do stuff with Rex, though. It would be a real shame to lose all of our logs, though. I think Hug didn't give us friendship, though. Maybe there's a limit to Hug friendship. What are we at with Rex? 77, yeah. It just went up by the 2 from the gift. Okay, well, if we're not consistently getting friendship for the Hugs, then maybe we're not going to make it to 100 with Rex. You get friendship from Hugs once per season. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because we would have done it last time. So we could get, what, like 8 friendship from the Hugs? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. So we'd need like 15 more. We'd need a lot of logs. I don't think we have enough logs. We can try to give him other stuff, though. It'd probably be less effective, but maybe still fine. We don't know if he dislikes anything.
Mars grins as you approach. There's my little campaigner. With the council on our side, we're going to get that governor out of the bridge and replace him with someone more competent. By which I mean myself, of course.
Oh. Are we at like 90 friendship with her? Yeah. You find Mars going through old hollow photos from when you were all kids aboard the Stratospheric. She gives you a sad little smile and pats the couch next to her.
Come look through photos with me, she says. I forgot about some of these.
Mars brings up a picture of Anemone and Cal from when they were probably 4 or 5 years old. They're both stripped down to just their pants and have painted monster faces on their chests, and are standing on top of the table in the creche waving swords above their heads. You remember that table being a fort, a pirate ship, a haunted house, and a jungle cave, depending on the day.
Look at them, Mars says, smiling. They used to be the best of friends, right? Whenever you saw one, the other was always tagging along behind them.
Yeah, it is really sad to see how they've drifted apart. She sighs.
It's so weird that they, never talk to each other anymore. I mean, I get it. Anemone got all weird about being a soldier after her brother died, and Cal really doubled down on the whole hippie aesthetic.
Comms canon event really borked up the timeline, yeah. She should never have joined those Helios is probably accurate, but it is also very sad that they grew apart. Mars hums noncommittally and goes to the next image. Tammy's gentle face smiles back at you. She's in the ship's galley, learning how to make soy sweets from ant antecedent. She's wearing an apron, but almost all of her is covered in different colored powders used for flavoring and coloring the sweets. Even the tips of her pointed ears are dusted with it.
Oh, Mars sighs. Look at this one. I can't believe Tammy has a baby of her own now. She'll always be this shy little girl to me, you know, Mars continues. At least she asked Cal to help out.
Her mouth twists in a secretive smile.
Ignatius looks a lot like Cal did when he was a baby, don't you think? Kind of a pretty big coincidence, if you ask me.
Yeah, I love Tammy. Mars taps through some more photos, pursing her lips.
I swear there's at least one picture of Dis in here, she mutters.
It takes almost a minute, but she finally finds one. Tang and Dis's joint 5th birthday party, complete with matching soy cakes. Their mother, Besk, is just out of frame, a drink in her hands. Oof. Okay, good, I want Cal to be the biodad, yeah. This would have been sad in the Tammy death timeline. It would, yeah.
Oh, this was before Dis got all weird about his birthday, Mars hums. I still have no idea what happened there. I mean, who doesn't like birthdays?
What happened on Tang and Dis's birthday? I know.
It's weird to see them so happy together, she continues. I can't remember the last time I saw either of them really smile like that.
Mars sighs.
And now Tang spends all her time cooped up in engineering, and Dis spends more time outside the colony than he spends in it. It's just so sad.
It could be the general waves hand, all of it, but yeah, I don't know. Mars stares down at the little hologram in her hand.
I didn't mean to bully him so much, she admits softly. I thought I was helping him learn how to fit in, like toughening him up a little, so he didn't cry so much, you know.
Her mouth twitches with a sad smile.
But I guess I ended up just pushing him farther away. When I was little, I didn't understand that words could hurt people, because they don't hurt me.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it's nice to see her being so, like, you know, self-aware about the harmful things that she did as a child. You know, Mars redemption for the bullying. Yeah, because, yeah, Mars, that was fucked up. But also, that's, like, I feel like that's relatable. I think when I was a kid, at least a lot of the times, I would say things without understanding that they would be potentially hurtful. I would be like, oh, I'm just, like, saying a thing or, like, making a joke. But, like, people could get offended by it, and I would be like, you know, I don't understand. Like, why are they offended by this thing that I meant very innocently, you know? So I think that's just a very, you know, understandable thing for a child to not fully grasp how other people could be affected by their words. Also, why Mars are augmented is an A tier augment fuck up, yeah. There is a difference between making a bad joke and making an entire comedy act mocking a child in front of the whole colony. Yeah, that was really fucked up. Like, I feel like that was just her being petty. Like, that wasn't her trying to push him or anything. That was just her trying to prove her superiority, you know? But I'm so happy for the Mars growth. Thank you, Mars. Yeah, this is great. I've been really appreciating her in this run. That's just very, very good to see the growth and the self-awareness. And yeah, it's just good. Go, Mars. You could have been nicer to him, yeah. Mars sits back and sighs. That's true. The character writing is so good in this game, yeah. Oh, looks so sweet. Wait, who is that? The blue presumably is me. Who's this with me? Like, that hair looks very colorful. It looks like they have three-toned hair. And I don't remember anyone having three-toned hair. I mean, maybe Mars did at some point. Because she's had, like, colors in her hair. That's you and Mars. I mean, that definitely makes sense in the context of this, you know, like, reminiscence interaction. This is just a really lovely CG in general. It just looks so good. And I love her luxurious hair and her translucent sleeves and just the way her hands are drawn. That's just so beautiful. It's just really nice. It's good art. I just want to stare at it.
It's weird looking back on when we used to be kids, Mars muses. We were so innocent. We had no idea about the wormhole or Vertumna. No dying, no famine, no killer pollen, no animal attacks. I mean, we didn't even have bad weather on the ship. All we cared about was playing and popularity.
Mars gestures to herself.
Now look at me. I'm working on the bridge. And you know it's all politics. It's like a professional popularity contest. Lum's an idiot, but he's got one thing going for him. Mars laughs. The man has an absolutely impeccable social media game. If nothing else, he knows how to get people to vote for him. Really, that's all you need.
Mars leans over and rests her head on your shoulder. Her hair smells like jasmine.
Thank you for going through those pictures with me, she says quietly. I try to keep my eyes on the future, but sometimes it's nice to remember where you came from.
That was so lovely. Funny event to trigger during the coup in which we're getting everyone to not vote for him. Yep. I mean, I guess she's still saying that in a way of like, you know, this is the opponent that we have to defeat. Like, he's an idiot, but he is good at getting votes. Alright. Did we talk to people? So it is about time to wrap up the stream soonish, so I think I'm probably going to just, like, do this month's event and then end there. Where's Anemone, I'm wondering? You mean, like, literally, where is she standing? Because I'm pretty sure she's, like, by the sports ball field again. Because they are having the argument now. I do wonder if, like, when she's, you know, feeling upset, she goes back to this, you know, nostalgic sports ball field of her youth, the thing that she loved to do back in the day. We can't talk to her about it? No, I don't think we can. I think last time she had, oh geez, every alien should just die and everyone who sympathizes with them? Oh no. Nemi, no. Do I want to bother with the toughness increase? How would I even do that? What do they have here? Defense training, probably? No, that's combat, not toughness. I think toughness would probably be in the geoponics. I think we're probably just going to ignore it and do our own thing. Who needs physical increases? Maybe just go shoveling dirt again. Yeah, so it's shovel dirt or go do other things. Our reasoning is so close. So the other thing I wanted to work on was empathy, and for that I kind of wanted to do more cafe stuff. Let's go to the cafe, see if we can talk to Antecedent. Anne is easy to track down. She's in the rebuilt creche, giving a bottle to one of the new babies. Despite everything, people are still having babies. It's incredible to think. Oh, Solana, she says, giving you a gentle smile. Would you mind passing me that canteen? You hand Anne the canteen that had been just out of her reach, and she juggles the bottle to hold it and the baby in one hand while she takes a grateful drink. Never enough hands, she says. Someone should figure out how to give us telekinesis. Let's see science work on that, She laughs, which rocks the baby in her arms. What can I do for you, Solana? Well, about this coup. Anne listens patiently as you explain the plan to force a vote at the next Verminalia to depose Lum. When you're done, she sets the bottle down and lifts the baby onto her shoulder to burp. That's quite the plan, she says, rubbing the baby's back. You've come a long way from when you were this little. I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns, no matter what happens. So can we count on your vote? Anne makes a thoughtful noise. Well, I'm not one for fighting any wars on nature. Honestly, I'm so busy with living quarters and the kitchens and the creche, I barely pop my head outside these days. But I do trust Lum to do what's best for us. He's a little empty in the noggin, but he surrounds himself with good people. And that's what matters to me. Baby lets out a wet-sounding burp, and Anne coos at it. I mean, look, we can surround ourselves with good people, too. Mars is also surrounding with yourself with good people, so yeah, exactly. And also, I don't think we're planning to, depose any of the council members. Like, they're the ones that do the real work. The baby lets out a wet-sounding burp, and Anne coos at it. Great job. Good work. Better out than in. Well, Anne says, turning her attention back to you. What do the others think? If they're on board, I don't mind chipping in a vote to make it a majority. Huh, so I guess this one depends on whether, on how many other people you've talked to before her. That's interesting. You have 4 votes. Oh, look at you, Anne says fondly. You're really serious, aren't you? How wonderful to see you all grown up. Somewhere in the creche, a baby starts to cry. Anne stands up and excuses herself. You'll have my vote, dear heart, she says. You can count on your Aunt Anne, just like always. So that's what, 5 votes total? Oh, but that's kind of a shame that we didn't get the cafe event then, because I would have wanted to see what happens at the cafe. Alright, card becomes 4, which is pretty annoying. Goal 38 isn't too bad, though. Utopia time, yeah. So 9 is good. And that would maybe be good. That what becomes a 5? Not great. We could get a bunch of... We could almost get a bunch of 5s. That will still be a 4. Not now, but we just need Utopia next to go around. Exactly, yeah. Well, we can... It's barely hitting it, but maybe it's good enough. Well, maybe if we do a 4, 5, 6, would that be better? Yeah, because it gives us a straight. 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. It's symmetrical. I like it. Oh, it actually doesn't even change it. We'll take the symmetry. Is that max? Oh, we were pretty close. Oh, I think we're really close on the... not really close, really. But we're getting there. Alright, I think we're gonna call it here for today's episode. I don't think we're necessarily in a hurry to go to Utopia. We have until Vertimnalia. We're at 59 out of 66, yeah, exactly. So we can do a little bit more and then take a rest and then go exploring. But not in the swamp, because swamp is scary. Because red and virus. So yeah, I guess that'll probably be our last exploration of the game. I don't remember if we get to explore during the last glow or if it just goes straight to cutscene. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm so excited about this coup. Let me just go double check in the command center. Just check our officers. Seek down. Ret down. Instance down. Flu down. Antecedent down. Just Utopia left. Just the one. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. Yeah, and the Mars friendship scene was really good too. That was lovely. How much more do we have with her? We're at 91. Okay, so we still have a little bit to go to max her out, but we can max her out. And we can definitely max out Tammy. We're probably not gonna manage to max out Rex, but I think we'll make a go of it. Alright. That leaves the question of what is the schedule for next week. So the problem is next weekend I'm finalizing my move. So I'm probably not going to be doing like a lot of packing during the week just cuz most of the stuff that I haven't packed at this point is stuff that I use like on the day-to-day basis. Um so I'm probably going to be free during the week and won't have to be doing packing. Um So my current plan is to do a game stream on Tuesday and then do my third anniversary stream on Thursday. Yeah, I think we should be good for that. It does make me really nervous. I'm gonna have to do all that packing afterwards. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think I can still stream. Alright. So, yeah, and then after that, I'm going to be out for a couple of weeks. So we only have one more stream of this game until I go on another little hiatus. So, I don't know if we'll be able to finish this run. It would be awesome if we could. We do have pretty much the entire year to go. And there's gonna be whatever event with this coup and a bunch of stuff happening. So, if we want to finish it, I suspect it would be a pretty long stream, especially if we're also going exploring. Honestly, I might not do a full exploration session. I might just, like, talk to Utopia and then maybe poke around a little bit and then leave. Just because the exploration takes such a long time and it's so tiring. So, yeah. I think we're gonna try to at least make an effort to finish this run next stream, because if we don't, then it'll be a few more weeks. So yeah, I guess in summary, the schedule is Tuesday, hopefully finishing the run before we're fully exploring the place for gifts, at least. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thursday, anniversary stream, will be, you know, reviewing the games we played over the past year, and probably looking at planned games for the next year, too. Then the first the first 3 weeks of September, I'll be out. Then I'll probably be back the week of the 22nd. Maybe not. I'm confident I'll at least be back by October. So it just depends how busy I am when I get back. But yeah, that is the plan. So unfortunately, schedule is getting all wonky again. So sorry about that, but we will be back. All right. Thank you so much for joining. This was a really fun stream. I was worried after last time with the virus and Sim's death and whatnot, but we made some really good progress. That's really good timing because I have vacation plans at those times too. Awesome. Perfect. All right. Well, in the meantime, see you guys next week. Have a good rest of your night. Bye, guys.